Alan Tate, in his essay Tension in Poetry, discusses the concept of tension as the essence of a poem. Tate believes a good poem balances both its denotative, that is, literal meaning, and connotative, that is, figurative meaning. The essay is divided into three parts. First, the fallacy of communication in poetry. Second, the definition and importance of tension. And third, an example demonstrating the significance of tension. Tate argues that poetry should go beyond mere communication, as seen in the poem Justice Denied in Massachusetts by Edna St. Vincent Millay. This poem discusses the judicial execution of Sacco and Vanzetti, but fails to connect this event with the broader imagery of rotting crops and aridness in Massachusetts. The poem's meaning is obscure and only resonates with those who share the poet's feelings, thus suffering from the fallacy of communication. Another example is James Thomson's poem The Vine. The language here appeals to emotions without offering a clear literal or implied meaning. The imagery of wine, music, and love becomes increasingly obscure upon closer examination, making the poem meaningless. Similarly, Cowley's poem Hymn to Light fails in connotation. The poem uses vivid imagery like violets, swaddling bands, and light without referring to their literal meanings. The reader must ignore these meanings to appreciate the poem, which Tate criticizes. Good poetry should unify all meanings, drawing from both intention and extension. Poetry should engage the reader's total human experience rather than rely solely on emotional or literal content. Tate introduces the concept of tension by removing the prefixes from intention and extension. Extension refers to the literal or denotative meaning, while intention refers to the figurative or connotative meaning. A successful poem, according to Tate, maintains a balance between these two elements, creating a tension. Readers interpret meanings based on personal interests, often oscillating between intention and extension. For instance, a Platonist might read Marvel's poem to his mistress as advocating immoral behavior, focusing on its extensive meaning. However, the poem's true tension lies in its blend of sensuality, that is extensive, and spirituality, which is intensive. Tate also cites John Donne's poem A Valediction Forbidding Mourning, where the poet compares lovers' souls to gold. The metaphor of gold, a spatial image, contrasts with the non-spatial nature of the soul. Here the literal and figurative meanings enrich each other, demonstrating successful tension. In the final part of the essay, Tate illustrates tension using a tercet from Dante's Inferno. Paolo and Francesco, lovers condemned to second circle of hell, are caught in a whirlwind symbolizing lust. Francesca tells Dante about her birthplace. Town where I was born sits on the shore, whither the poor descends to be at peace, together with the streams that follow him. The literal meaning is straightforward. Francesca's town is on the seashore where the Po River flows. However, the metaphor suggests more. The streams chasing the Po symbolize Francesca's lovers pursuing her. The wind of lust follows Francesca, blending her identity with her sin. The auditory image of the wind dying down and the whispering of the Po adds depth to the scene. This tercet exemplifies how tension has both literal and figurative meanings intertwine seamlessly, enriching the poem's overall impact.